Just about 90 minutes ago, Irene was bumped up to a hurricane, too. This storm right now over Puerto Rico. Wind and rain has been battering the island since Sunday afternoon. This is the first video here of the rains into our newsroom. Right now, over 800,000 people are without power. Multiple roads are blocked by downed trees. Forecasters say Irene could dump up to 20 inches on Puerto Rico.
Wow.
And also over the weekend on the island of Antigua, this is what you're looking at here. 7 inches of rain fell, causing roads and farmlands to flood. Not too severely, though, as you're seeing in that video. The island's airport was closed as winds gusted up to 45 miles an hour. Thankfully, though, this storm passed over Antigua quickly with no major reports of damage there. Bill, wondering what does all this mean for us here? What's Irene going to do here, if anything?
You know what? AccuWeather right now is calling for this to be a major hurricane hitting the East Coast. So the path is continuing to move off to the east. And if it does so, it may mean that we're going to get nice weather by the weekend. But it's far too early to tell. So don't just say, okay, this is going to be somebody else's problem. I want to go ahead and take you right now from our neck of the woods down into the Caribbean and show you the very latest on Hurricane Irene. This is a big storm, as Ashley mentioned. 800,000 people without power this morning as they're waking up in the Caribbean with a mess on their hands. Dumping rain. I mean, this is like 10 to 15 inches of rain expected in some of these areas, maybe even up to 20 inches. Here is the latest as far as the spaghetti models go. These are all of the different paths that are projected by various computer models. And there's only one that brings it up into the Gulf. Most everything else from the west coast of Florida all the way over into the western Atlantic. So this is definitely going to be an East Coast storm. And as this progresses, it looks as though most of the models are taking it further up the East Coast or further east and away from us. Latest position of Irene, 18.6 north, 66.6 west. Winds are at 75 miles per hour, so this is a minimum Category 1 hurricane. However, it is the first hurricane of the year that we can talk about. Movement is off to the west, northwest at about 13 miles per hour, and this is going to continue to move in that general direction. Looks as though it's going to skirt to the north of Hispaniola, skirting off to the north of Cuba as well, and staying to the east of Miami as a Category 2 hurricane by Friday morning at 2 o'clock in the morning. Then traveling right up the Florida coast, getting near Jacksonville by 2 o'clock in the morning on